Hello Superset maniacs and welcome back to my channel. The Classic Physique division prejudging at the 2025 Mr. Olympia just wrapped up, and after 6 years of dominance from Chris Bumstead, one of these 3 super athletes will be the heir to the GOAT, Terrence Ruffin, Ramon Dino and Mike Sommerfeld. They were in the final 3 call-out, each of them took a turn in the middle of the lineup, so not a hint from this point of view from the judges. Apparently they all are in the running for the title. Without further ado, let's get to the mandatories and see what we got. Front double biceps. Ramon Dino definitely has the best arms from the group, complete from biceps to triceps, sweeps and forearms. However, overall he's the least impressive, with the weakest lat flare and the least impressive overall execution. Since this is classic physique and not open, things like artistic impression and overall aesthetics become crucial. For me, the one who looks the most classic here, but also muscular and conditioned, is Ruff Diesel, no doubt. The way he's holding this pose is just pure beauty. Both Mike and Ramon look great as bodybuilders, but not from what, at least myself, I understand from this division. In my opinion, this shouldn't be a division where smaller bodybuilders take the lead, but a division where artistic presence, classic executions and overall flow are just as important as having enough mass and good conditioning. Between Mike and Ramon, it really becomes a bodybuilding battle since none of them are inspiring classic looks for me. So from a bodybuilding point of view, I gotta go with Mike here, who has the more complete package and the better X-frame. So Terrence is first, Mike is second, and Ramon is third in the front double biceps for me. Side chest is next in the classic physique division. I still don't understand why we're not having all the poses, but I digress. The hardcore Brazilian fans will definitely get mad at me, but by the way things look, Ramon Dino falls short again in this pose as well. His main issue still seems to be holding his poses the right way, and since in classic physique the execution of the poses is even more crucial than in bodybuilding, he really suffers here. Also, his chest doesn't have the same pop as the other two. As for Mike versus Terrence, it's a closely disputed battle. Terrence still looks more classic in a way, but Mike is just too good from the side, even though it seems like he doesn't have the same polish as last year. I remember last year he was giving Chris Bumstead a run for his money in the side chest, and here he barely beats these two guys who are nowhere near at C-Bum's level in the side chest. So in this pose I would have Mike in first, Terrence in second and Ramon in third place. Back double biceps, and all of these 3 gentlemen have great backs. And since we mentioned the GOAT Chris Bumstead, these 3 back doubles would put even him in difficulty, I believe. Terrence used to have a better back in the past. I believe both Mike and Ramon are beating him here. Better muscle separation mainly, but also more mass overall, even though Terrence's lats flare better than Ramon's. Between Ramon and Mike, it's pretty obvious that Mike is on another level. He really has that bodybuilding look that doesn't necessarily inspire classic. Now, he's aesthetic, don't get me wrong, but he kinda looks massive. His back is bigger, wider and thicker than Ramon's, and lower body he's also the best out of all 3. So in the back double biceps, I have Mike in first, Ramon in second and Terrence in third. You know how we do it here. Real talk only, no filters, no BS. Smash that subscribe, let's get 30,000 subscribers and let's move on. Abs and thighs is next, and again, if this was last year, Mike Sommerfeld would run away with this pose, but he's definitely not at the same level as then. As far as this pose goes, Ramon Dino is yet again a pretty distant third place. He's got the thickest waist and the weakest legs, at least by these pictures. Between Mike and Terrence, it's pretty close. Again, if this was bodybuilding, Mike would probably win, since he's more massive and arguably has the better conditioning, but Terrence just inspires classic lines in every single pose. Once again, I'm expecting something different from this division than simply smaller bodybuilders. I'm really focusing on aesthetics and overall flow, something many of you already do for open bodybuilding, which I don't agree with. But here, it should be obvious the combination of mass and conditioning with a huge accent on overall flow is crucial, and in this combo, Terrence Ruffin is the winner in my eyes. So Terrence is first, Mike is second, and Ramon is third in this pose. Your favorite classic pose is a pose that it's impossible to judge. How the hell am I gonna judge a front lat spread to a 1 bicep pose to a front double biceps variation objectively? Impossible. So once again, We gotta submit to the eye test of who's actually inspiring the most classic vibes in this pose, and it should be obvious that it's Terrence again, no doubt about that. Mike's front lat spread looks open bodybuilding, nothing to do with classic, looking great, but again not necessarily classic. Ramon looks pretty good, but Terrence once again steals the show with that perfect execution. In my eyes, I would go with Terrence in first, Ramon in second, and Mike in third in this favorite classic pose, where there's no wrong answer. You could choose a random order and always be right, really. You're comparing different poses. After adding up all the points, Ramon Dino is a far third place with 13 points, while Mike and Terrence are split by one single point. In my classic physique review of the prejudging, I have Terrence winning with 8 points to 9 versus Mike Sommerfeld. And considering they are not scoring the finals in classic physique, yes, you heard that right, I'm expecting a big upset in the classic physique division this year with Terrence Ruffin as the winner and the heir to Chris Bumstead's throne. And that's my full breakdown of the classic physique prejudging, guys. Whether you agree or not, you know this channel keeps it real. No filters, no political correctness, just straight bodybuilding talk. Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's debate it out. And if you're rocking with the no BS analysis, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you after the finals. Stay aesthetic, stay massive.